All right, the second video for this lesson, we finished up, or it ended right here at this problem. We have k over 2 plus 7.3 equals 29.3. This particular problem is also a two-step equation. So if you will work this problem, and what I want you to do as you work it, is you show your work, you will go off to the side and you will write the properties that are used. In fact, what I'm going to do is do the first part for you. So we have k over 2 plus 7.3 equals 29.3. We always take care of addition and subtraction first. That is as of right now. Later on, we're going to add more steps. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 7.3. So I subtract 7.3 from both sides. That cancels out, goes to 0. I'm going to just drop down that k divided by 2, k over 2. I'm going to subtract the right-hand side. 3 minus 3 is 0. 29 minus 7 is 22.0. So I'm going to just leave that as 22. So what I want you to do is, over here off to the side, I want you to write the property that was applied. Okay? Then right here, we have division. The inverse of division is multiplication. So we're going to multiply each side by the number that's being divided, or in this case, being multiplied. So we're going to multiply each side by 2. The 2 2's cancel out, and that leaves us k equaling 44. So what I want you to do here is write the property that is used. So I'm going to label this up here, property used. So in these spaces, right through here, if you will write the property that is used. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the entire problem so that you'll go ahead and copy it down. All right, we're going to move on now to some more realistic, real-life type situations that we have. So, we have a boating club that rents sailboats for $60 for the first hour and $20 for each additional hour. When you return your boat, your fee is $140. Write and solve an equation, find how many hours you kept the boat. Now, when you're solving equations that relate to word problems, you've got to figure out the unknown. You've got to think through the process. All right, we know our total fee is $140. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put that equal to $140. All right, we know that the sailboat rents for $60 for the first hour, and for every additional hour, it's going to cost $20. So we know right up front, if we rent it for 1 hour, it's going to cost $60 no matter what. If we rent it for two hours, it's going to cost $60 plus that additional $20. So that's for 2 hours. For 3 hours, it's going to be $60 plus $20 for the second hour, $20 for the next hour. So we don't know how many hours we rented it, so if it's $20 for each additional hour, that would be 20 times however many hours that we rent it for. So it's 60 plus the 20 times x, because x is going to represent how many hours. So what I want you to do now is, if you will work through this equation and if you will solve for x. So if you will work this problem, so you're going to do all this work right here and get what x equals. So in this case, what would x equal? Not what the value is, but what does x represent? In this case, x is going to represent the number of hours. So I'm going to put a star here, because we're going to come back and go back over this problem. All right, next one. Says the length of an average toucan is about 2/3 the length of an average blue and yellow macaw. Toucans are about 24 inches long. Write an equation to represent this situation. All right, we're comparing two things. We're comparing a toucan and we're comparing it to a macaw. Says the length of an average toucan is about 2/3 the length of an average macaw. So, do we know what the macaw length is? No. So what we're going to do is we're just going to say the value of the length of the macaw is x, because that is our unknown. That is what we do not know. So in this case, X represents that length. For the toucan, it says it's about 2/3 that length. So for the toucan, 2/3 of the length of the macaw, the X represents macaw, so I'm gonna say 2/3 X. And we know the length of the average toucan is about 2/3 the length of an average blue and yellow macaw. Toucans are about 24 inches long. So write an equation to represent this situation. All right, so instead of me having you do this, I want you to try to do this one on your own. All right, next one. The zookeeper takes care of 5 mountain lions. The keeper orders 32.5 pounds of meat for them each day. Each mountain lion receives the same amount. What equation can you use to find out how much meat each mountain lion eats in a day? All right, for this problem, I'm going to actually give you the different choices here. So what I want you to do is figure out, is it A, B, C, or D, as to what equation represents this situation. So you will work this one. And I'm going to put this star here so that you'll know to work this problem. All right, the next problem. You have a 125-pound calf that you are raising for a 4-H project. You expect the calf to gain 65 pounds per month. Write an equation to find how many months it will take for the calf to weigh 1,000 pounds. And there again, there are 4 options with a star here. And then what I want you to do when you finish all of this is to work on digits assignment 8-2 and 8-3. And today is Wednesday, so I'm going to have this due tomorrow night. That is Thursday. December the 8th. Then when you finish that, it says finish other digits assignments. You should have already finished 8-1. And then if you will move on to the Unit 7 IXL skills, and I will have them up on the smart board so that you can refer back to them.